You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. How's everybody doing? We are back for another season, season 8. I cannot believe it's been 8 seasons already. I want to first thank every single person who continues to tune in from all around the world. I want to say what's up to everybody up top. What's up to everybody in the middle right here with me and down around this part right here. How y'all doing today? I am so excited to be here. I took some time off just to reflect, to continue to, evolve myself, and I'm so glad that I did that. I hope you all have been doing that for yourself. It's really, really important that we take that time to reflect. We take that time to become intentional about ourselves. Not just about the personal growth any longer. It's about stepping completely into yourself and owning yourself. Today we're talking about living versus surviving. Now I can speak to this because I've been a part of this for a very long time. I feel even right now that I'm still surviving. You guys know I share often. I'm very transparent. Shout out to my doctor, Dr. Janice. We had a session yesterday, and, she asked me, are you surviving more than you're living? Do you feel like you're living enough? And I paused, and I sat there, and I said, that's a great question. I never heard it quite put like that. And it was so simple, yet so impactful. So impactful that I wanted to make the first episode of season 8 about living versus surviving. Now, the mentality of a survivor, from my perspective, is that you do what you have to do by any means. Now, you don't exacerbate a situation. You don't make your situation worse by doing so, but you do approach things with a all or nothing mentality, or you can. I did. And it's been very hard to shake that. It's been hard to reframe that into living. Surviving implies a focus on basic necessities and the ability to preserve through difficult circumstances. More than 85% of the country that we live in, families and children, have experienced some form of trauma. So I'm going to read that part again. Surviving implies a focus on basic necessities and the ability to persevere through difficult circumstances. If you've been a part of abuse or trauma or violence, then you really can connect to that. Because a part of surviving is about the basic necessities. And I feel like for myself, I've always lived life like that, even if my external life didn't reflect that. Meaning, even if I was living inside of shiny and new things, my mentality, my mindset was still on basic necessities. Let me give you an example. I use Aquaphora. Shout out Aquaphora. They have this tube that's kind of like a toothpaste tube. Now, most people probably would throw the tube away when it kind of goes flat. But I roll up the edge, right? You roll it up to get every last bit out. That to me is a basic necessity behavior. Some people may see it as, well, you want to get your money's worth. Yeah, true. But if you grew up in that environment, if you grew up always stretching everything, always having to get the most out of everything, then it can be difficult appreciating the abundance that you may feel. It may even be difficult to feel that abundance. And that's what's happened for me. So I have to continue to step into myself. I have to continue to remind myself that I am living and not surviving. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares, Season 8. We are doing it. I thank you all for being here. I'll be right back.
Sit tight. We're paying some bills, and we'll be right back.
Experience the mind-expanding powers. It's psychedelic, baby. That's what it's all about.
Hey everybody, Tavares here.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
And you are rocking with us at Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Nikki, you know I love you, girl. Hey, come outside. Check out my new car I just got from Riverside Premier Motors. They hooked me up. Riverside Premier Motor has everything you're looking for in a vehicle. Dependability, gas saver, mid-size, full-size, SUVs, and luxuries. Bad credit, no credit, bankruptcies, no worries. Financing is available. Riverside Premier Motors is a pre-owned late model dealer that provides customers with a complete automotive experience, Carfax, and competitive prices. Riverside Premier Motors is dedicated to customer satisfaction. We're passionate about our cars, and we intend on sharing that passion with our customers. Come by today and check out our affordable inventory of dependable cars. Riverside Premier Motors is located in Riverside. From the 91 East, take the 215 North and exit La Cadena. Or call us 951-682-7770, 951-682-770, or hit us up online, www.riversidepremiermotors.com.
My style is the best.
Perhaps I was talking when I should have been listening.
Remember, practice positive self-talk. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. What you say?
I heard it through the grapevine.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares, Season 8 premiere. We're talking about living versus surviving, and I want to thank each and every single person who continues to show support for the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we went to break, I was talking about basic necessities and the ability to persevere through difficult circumstances. That is survival mode. That is what it feels like. And for myself, my body, the biochemical buildup of my body responds to trauma in a way that is quicker than my mind can even process, quicker than my mind can tell my mouth to say something. It's pretty intense. And so that's why I want to talk about this, because it's not just about the act of surviving, and it's not about being homeless or being without, because you can still be in survival mode and have an abundance of materials and wealth. Yes, it's possible. So, on the other hand, generally refers, and this is surviving, refers to the state of having life and includes the broader sense of being alive and engaged in various activities, pursuits, and experiences. So your experience can really determine how you look at the word surviving or survivor or survival. For me, it was truly about the basic necessities. It was truly about being ready to go and not asking any questions. We moved a lot. I shared this before many times. We moved a lot. Over 36 times we moved. And so we always had to be in a position where we were ready to go. We didn't have the luxury to talk about, oh, wait, no, I haven't said goodbye to my friends. If we had to move, and that was that. So over the years, you can see how that could play a role in the mentality of a person responding from a survivor standpoint versus a living standpoint. Now, I've had to practice and I've gotten a little bit better at this, but I still struggle with it. And maybe you do too, or maybe you know somebody who does. There is hope for us because it's all about loving yourself enough and loving yourself enough through it. You can't just love yourself a part of the way. When it gets hard, when it gets tough, that is the time to double down and love yourself even harder. That's the time to stay steadfast. That's the time to meditate. That's the time to check in with yourself right there. I don't want you running away from adversity. I don't want you running away from the feeling that you have inside of you. We can't run away from it. It's inside of us. So instead of pounding down beers or drinking down shots or smoking this or snorting that, let's arm ourselves with the best type of armor: self-love, self-awareness, self-validation. Because that will help you just as much as it has helped me to begin living. Surviving is seen as being alive, breathing, but living is all those things and more. Living is breathing, okay, but making all of those breaths count. How many of you out there are making your breaths count? Or just taking it for granted? Living means making decisions that could have consequences. But with those consequences in mind, it makes those spontaneous choices of living much more worth the risk. We all know that. We all connect to that. We know what that's like. High risk, high rewards, little bit of a adrenaline push. Nothing wrong with that. I want you to live. I don't want you to just exist. I want you to give yourself PFO, permission to do the things that you love and you want to do. Flexibility. Have the flexibility to allow yourself to exercise the options. We all love options, and options are a great, great thing to have. So be that way with yourself. Be mindful of what you want for yourself and be intentional about loving yourself because you are worth the effort. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Take a moment to step into yourself. See yourself and validate yourself first. Take a moment to step into yourself with intention because you are worth the effort. Take a moment to recognize how important you are in this moment and that you have the power to change anything you can at any given time with your thoughts. Speak it into existence. See the visualization and see yourself in your vision. Believe it. We have to believe it, right? If we don't believe it for ourselves, we can't expect anyone else to believe it for us. And most importantly, above all else, feel it. Feel it in your spirit. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your mind. Feel it because you know that it's coming. You know that it's true and that it's meant for you. So be intentional about who you are. Wake up every day excited about who you are because you are worth the effort. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him, and today we're talking about living versus surviving. Welcome back to Season 8, the premiere. I'm so happy to be here with you all. And so this conversation is, y'all know how I do. You know I love talking to y'all. You know I love being transparent. I love sharing because I believe helping others is essential to my well-being. And if I'm able to do for others, I'm happy. I love it. I'm completely on board. I subscribe to that. How can we live instead of survive? Structure helps. How many of y'all out there have a morning routine, afternoon, evening, some type of structure? Structure definitely helps to validate ourselves. Remember, validate yourself. Don't look to the world to validate you because you're going to find yourself disengaged, perhaps disappointed, and unwilling to be happy. Maintain a daily routine. Wake up, eat meals, go to bed early. Well, as early as you feel is early enough for you, that is. Sleep is gold. It plays a vital role in our ability to perform, in our ability to be better versions of ourselves. Have trusted resources and sources for that matter. You are a great source. You're the source of all your experiences. Okay? Anchoring into those whom you trust is also very important. That also helps to live, okay? Not just survive. Connections really help to cultivate a living environment. Another important opportunity right there. Keeping connection with friends, family, even church, if that's where you go. Maybe you go on a hike, maybe you take a walk, a run, a bike. Totally cool, totally fine, on board with it. Focus of control. Where are you putting your energy and your attention? Because where your attention goes, your energy goes. That's important to understand. Are you vibrating high or are you vibrating low? Are you reframing the opportunity that stands before you, or are you seeing it for what it is? And in seeing it for what it is, are you making it worse than what it actually is? Do something. Look, if you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. If you do something, you're going to get something. Now, what that something is up to you. But a mind and a body and a spirit in motion, well, they stay in motion. And if they stay in motion, then they are creating. If you are thinking, you are creating, okay? This is very important that we understand the difference between living and surviving. I've been there. And surviving, for me, it's taken a hold of me. It's been like the majority of my life, but I'm just now realizing like how I respond to it or how I react to it and other certain things that I don't control, right? Because I don't control the outcome. But when I start to react, when I think I should be responding, that's when I'm like, okay, this sounds and feels familiar. Why? Don't be afraid to ask yourself the questions of why. So when I asked myself that question, I was like, maybe that's the survivor in you. We all have multiple versions of ourselves, right? Multiple personalities. Some people may not really care for that phrase, but I'm not calling nobody crazy. I'm simply calling it what it is. People are different at different times of the day, in different spaces, whether it's their personal space or their professional space, okay? So it's okay to understand that we have different personalities. Now, which one you're feeding the most, now that could be problematic or not. So let's be very fair with ourselves and see ourselves and love ourselves. Because life is about living, and living is about opportunity. So life should be more than just a constant struggle to meet basic needs and overcome challenges, right? Because we all have those, right? Like every single day we have those. It should suggest that true fulfillment and happiness come from the actively engaging in and experiencing life in meaningful ways. Hello, love that every single day. I subscribe to that, all right? Existing is to have, to not be dead, right? Surviving, continuing to exist, remaining intact. But if I want to do much more than that, then guess what? I have to be much more than that. You want extraordinary results? You have to do extraordinary things. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Hey, Tavares here from Living Your Truth with Tavares. Always take time for your mental health. You matter. You are very important, and many people love having you around. So take the time for your mental health. I know life can get crazy. I know we all get busy. I know we got to be here, there, here. Oh yeah, and can't forget that meeting. I get it. But take the time to give yourself enough time so that you can cruise along into your day and about your day. There's no need to be playing catch up throughout the day. We all hate that feeling. I know I do. I can't stand rushing. It gets on my last nerve. So I do myself the honor and the privilege of giving myself a bit more time just so that I don't have to rush. There's no need to build up all that angst, all that cortisol inside your body, all that adrenaline. It's not good for you. So give yourself the time and have a great day. We'll see you next week. Hey, what's up, everybody? Please say a prayer for those over in Turkey and continue praying for those in Ukraine. The world, as we all know, is going through a very dark time right now. So please, let's shine a light and show love. Thank you. And until the next time, be the best versions of yourself. Peace. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We're talking about living versus surviving. And how do you truly live? I mean, how do you truly live? Does anyone have the answer? Of course not. Guess what? There's more than one answer. I have found through my evolution that it's not just one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, and children listening with their parents' permission, there is no magic pill. There is no magic drink. There is no magic food, mushroom, herb, or anything like that. We can obtain who we want to be by practicing who we want to be. No, I'm not saying play make-believe, but I am saying to imagine. I am saying to create. I am saying to use visualization. I am saying to see yourself. I am saying to see your future self. If the future you was looking back at the present you and you loved how the future you looked, what do you think the future you would be saying to the present you right now? Because that matters. One of the many ways to live and not merely exist is love. Everybody wants love, no matter what. Everybody wants to experience love, give love, get love, take love, have love, make love, be love, want love, see love. Love is a powerful emotion, perhaps the most important. Get outside. Don't let yourself be shut indoors. Vitamin D is important on the human body. It will increase your happiness by 20 to 25% just by stepping outside. Savor food. Don't just eat your food, but really enjoy it. If you chew 50 to 100 times and you count, you will become pre-meditative state. In other words, you'll be ready to slip into a meditation in any moment. Create a morning ritual. Wake up early. Have a great day. I've said this before, routines, rituals, these things all play a role in how we show up to our day. Are you happening to the day, or is the day happening to you? Are you bringing the experience, or is the experience bringing it to you? Because that matters too. I'm here to help everybody who is willing to be helped, who is in seek of being helped or led into a better way of doing things for themselves. I'm a transformation leader. That's what I do. It's who I am, amongst other things. Certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach, behavior change specialist. Okay? And I share my story because I understand that there are others out there in the world who may struggle with sharing their stories. So it's important to connect to people through sharing. Take chances. If you want to be truly living, we have to be willing to take chances. I said it earlier, high risk, high rewards. Follow excitement. No, not thirst after it, but follow it. If you feel it in you, go with it. If you feel it in your gut and you know you can do it, then go for it. Don't second guess yourself. As I've said many times on this show, count yourself up and in, not down and out. Find your passion. Your passion is for yourself. Your purpose is for others. You have it. You were born with it. It's there. And I know I've been across people and around people. They've been like, no, I don't have it. Yes, you do. You have to search. You have to sit and ask yourself these questions. Everyone is born with a gift. Believe it. Get out of your own way. This one hits very close to home for me. My older sister, shout out Monique, she told me this back when I was struggling with not drinking and drugging. And she said to me, Tavares, I feel like when you drink, you get in your own way. It took 2 years for that statement to land on my heart. That's how much I was struggling. And I didn't really want to even believe it then, but then, we all don't want to really believe that things are the way they are, especially when it comes to ourselves, if those things aren't what we want for ourselves. But guess what? You have to own it. You should own it. And not that you have to own it because I'm saying it, but I believe that you should have to own it if you want to better yourself. The hard times are going to make you who you become. Remember that. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We'll be right back. Get your next nutrition coach at thebodysynthesis.com today. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. I want to thank every single person who continues to tune in from all around the world. I just really want to make sure that I get those loves and that thank yous out there because I really want y'all to know how special you guys are to me. Right now, we're talking about living versus surviving. We're talking about how can people start living again? How can I start living again? I've been living again, but lately I've been feeling a little stuck. And so I'm getting unstuck. And here's the thing about feeling stuck, everybody. It is okay. Look, we have to acknowledge where we are and show account for that. Be accountable for that so that we can move on. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And here's how I see it now. Me being stuck, this stuck mode may be setting me up for something else, right? Talk about optimism. So it's very important that we are able to reframe and look at things like that. We've all been speeding down the expressway or the highway or a street, and we get hit with a whole bunch of reds. And then there's people who ignored those reds, ran those reds, only to get caught up in an accident. See, sometimes when we are being held up or inconvenienced, perhaps that's the universe's way of telling us, hold up, wait a minute. And so I just wanted to point that out because a lot of times, I would lash out. I'd be pissed off like, damn, why am I catching so many red lights? Man, I got somewhere to be. Now, it's okay for me to get to where I gotta go, but what also is just as equally important is the process in getting there. A lot of us just want what we want. We don't want to actually pay attention to the process, but I'm here to let you know. That is where the gold is. That is where the knowledge is. That is where the information is. That's where the nuggets are that you're gonna use over and over and over throughout life. There is sustainable information in those gems that will help you aspire to be better. So when it comes to living again, reflect on your past experiences. Don't let the past be in vain. It is so important that we learn from our past experiences. I have not always been in this space. I have not always been this version. There was a version of me long time ago that probably would have heard that statement and would have been like, yeah, whatever, BS. But luckily for me, I've been able to evolve. And that's because I started loving myself. That's because I began to pay attention to myself. That's because I started to validate myself. I stopped looking outside of myself for validation. Practice mindfulness. That's another way to start living. Mindfulness is powerful. Stillness, mindfulness, meditation. It's all about becoming familiar with. And that with is you. Becoming familiar with yourself. Identify your goals too. Do you have goals? Did you write down goals for 2024? Or did you just party it up? No shade either way. I'm just asking a question. Determine what's working and what needs to change. This is a big one. Determine what's serving you and what's no longer serving you. Some of us are stuck in our own way because we are still behaving in ways that no longer serve us. I know a lot about that. I've been there. And let me tell you, there is no quicker way to put out your own fire than to live like that. Determine what's working and what needs to change. Try something new. We must be willing to try something new. It is okay to try something new. Give yourself permission to try something new. Recognize your progress. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself thank you. Let yourself know, hey, I see you. You're doing a great job today. It's important that we recognize our progress. Reach out to a life coach if you know one. That's me. You could call me. You can email me. I'm also available. Okay, so I'm not just doing the podcast. I'm a transformation leader. I help change people's lives every single day. We work hard every single day, and I do it all around the world. So I'm here and I'm letting you know I'm willing to do it for you. I want to thank each and every single person who has tuned in to the show, who continues to tune in to the show from all around the world. If you want to hit us up on social media, you can hit us up at Living Your Truth Podcast on Facebook, Instagram. Oh, and on X, we are at LIVINUR Truth. And email livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com, traditional spelling. I'm so excited. I am so excited to be back. This has been awesome. This has been so great. Also, we're on TikTok at Living Your Truth Podcast. Don't forget that. So thank you to everybody who tunes in. In the meantime, love yourself and each other and be the better versions of yourself while doing so. Peace. Hey everybody, Tavares here.
Hey, this is John Bon Jovi.
And you are rocking with us at Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Thanks, John.
Next time on Living Your Truth with Tavares.
Anger management. Oh yeah, we still managing the anger because it never stops. On the next Living Your Truth with Tavares.
Wait. I got John Bon. I got John Mayer shit.
Be sure to email us at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're on Twitter, we are at LIVINUR Truth. And if you're on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, we are at Living Your Truth Podcast. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow.